Last few days, there has been very erratic power supply to industries, both in terms of quantity as well as quality. And if we analyze the reasons for this shortage of power in the last few days, it's basically because a few power stations went out of generation due to maintenance problems. Hydel power has still not come into being because of the shortfall of rain. And on the other side, in the demand side, because of lack of rain, all the agricultural pump sets have been started again. So this has led to a situation where we have suddenly a big shortage of power in the state, which is estimated at around 1200 megawatts of shortage, which equivalent to a 51 million units per day shortage. The problem because of this is that our industry is facing the brunt, and we are losing production as well as getting into maintenance issues. Exactly. What is required is the electricity transcos and Genco should purchase power. Today, because of onset of monsoon, the price of power across the states has come down. So the state government should take proactive measures, purchase power immediately so that this type of situation we don't land into. We do our job in terms of representing to the government, transcos, and also talking to people like you in the press so that this awareness goes up. Last year, we had started a good action of having an interactive meeting whenever there is a problem, and CPDCL used to call us for interaction to ensure that there is no communication gap between what is happening and what is on the ground. At the same time, the problem to industry is minimized. Somehow, the government seems to have missed out on it this time around. The industrial growth, as we all know, has come down drastically all over India from 8% to 5%. The major two reasons for reduction in industrial growth is the increase in interest rates and reduction in demand across the world. However, I would like to bring to the attention two further things which is happening. Industry is about 16% of the GDP of the country. However, pays between 60 and 65% of the taxes. Any sector which is overtaxed the way industry is definitely going to face problems. And the Prime Minister talks of increasing our industrial growth to 25%. But with this type of situation, I don't foresee it happening. We are a developing economy. Our economy is developing at the rate of 8%. Typically, for an economy which develops at 8%, the increase in consumption of electricity is between 14 and 15%. The government, all the authorities, Transco should plan for this increase in power generation to ensure that this doesn't happen. As I was mentioning to you earlier, why industry is not growing. See, everybody wants to tax industry. As it is, industry is being taxed heavily in terms of excise, sales tax, and other things. Even the electricity department wants to tax us in terms of cross subsidy, charging us much more than their cost of power, and for whatever political reasons which are there. If there is any need for any subsidy or anything, that should come directly from the government, not from industry. That is our firm view, because industry cannot be taxed at every given point and then you ask the industry to grow at a much higher rate. I think the government needs to be proactive in this in terms of planning and being on their toes in terms of purchase of power whenever there is a shortage.